by Tony Romo, Dallas is one of 2 unbeaten teams in the NFC. Buffalo comes off its first win of the season and will host its first Monday Night Football game in 13 years. The Cowboys at the Bills at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN's Monday Night Football.
Mike, our Susie Culver, we headed up there to join you guys on Monday night. Here at Talladega, it's starting to get a little bit crazy as we head toward the halfway point.
You had to wonder just how much patience these guys really did have.
Well, they're starting to run out right now. They just got a little impatient sitting back there. Now it's 3 wide, 2 wide, back and forth. And Michael Waltrip and Ruderman just shot to the lead and ran a really fast lap, close to 200 just a little while ago, running this team down.
Earnhardt Jr. now in the middle groove. He's got some drafting help. 3 lines of cars drafting as they come by. Bottom line there, Jeff Green trying to pull Kevin Harvick and company.
And just a little while ago, there was single file, and Michael Waltrip pulled a train to the bottom of the racetrack, drove all the way up and took the lead, and now it's just compacting them all together.
How does that happen, Russell? You just say, okay, I've had enough patience, it's time to go.
Yeah, they're tired of messing around right now. They're back there logging laps, and they're going, okay, I'm being the good driver I'm supposed to be. Now it's time to go racing. And it's really not time. They're only halfway through this race.
Saw the Earnhardt Nation stand and wave their approval as the 8 car goes sailing by to retake the lead.
And take a look at that. Michael Waltrip behind his old teammate, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And from a long time ago, those guys always drafted great together.
Those guys definitely had some magic on these restrictor plate tracks. It looks like they're trying to heat it back up again.
Let's get you up to speed on the 12 drivers in the chase, starting with Alan Vester.
And we will go at the front of the pack where Denny Hamlin has spent a lot of the race. In fact, I believe he's led more laps than anyone else right now. Hamlin is looking to lead the most laps. Why? Because you get 5 bonus points toward the championship for leading the most laps, and he's had troubles in the first 2 chase races. He needs every point he can get. Dave?
Tony Stewart could use some points too, just mixing it up right now, trying to find out where and when his car will work best. He has first 2 stops he just put on right side tires. They ran those lefts for a long time. They may still be on there too. They've I don't believe they've changed those 4 tires yet. They stayed out in the last pit stop, so a lot of wear on those left sides next time he comes down pit road, but no abnormal wear on the right sides. Jamie?
Well, Kyle Busch found some friends at the front of the pack this whole race. That wasn't the strategy to begin with. He was looking to run with his teammates, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, maybe Casey Mears. He's been running up there by himself because his teammates are in the back of the pack. Guys, what's going on with the 31? Alan?
Jeff Burton just jumped on his radio, said blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. Jeff Burton, one of the championship chasers, heading for the garage.
I don't know what it broke. It broke something big.
That's just kind of what we worried about with these engines, turning so many RPMs. This is the first one of the big guys that have lost one.
Jeff Burton, who finished 36 last week and down to 10th in the chase points, now calls it a day or heads to the garage here on lap number 92. Caution on the racetrack.
Yeah, NASCAR's putting this caution out because they're worried about oil and what might be on the racetrack from this blown engine from the 31.
You know, one thing we'd remind everybody about, you know, the older engines, the older restrictor plate engines ran about 7,200 RPMs. And now these new Car Tomorrow engines close to 8,700 in the draft. A lot more RPM. Drivers are worried about that.
Wow, you see all the fire coming out of the bottom of this thing. This is a big failure, probably a connecting rod or something going through the oil pan, causing all this oil to come out on the headers, cause this fire.
Remember, his teammates Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer, also in the chase, have the exact engine. Here's the engine just detonating again in the 31.
And just throwing pieces out from underneath of it. Jeff did a good job getting it off the track, getting it slowed down, coming down pit road pretty fast, and still getting it stopped and behind pit wall.
Not only did the teammates at RCR have this engine, so do the DEI guys. They all have the same engine package.
Clint's in the middle right there.
It got so hot underneath there. Looks like it got so hot under the back of the 31 car. Inner panels started flying out of the car. Aluminum pieces. It's just shedding them. Oh, you know what that is? That is the cooler, the pieces that go on top of the exhaust system. They keep the heat from getting up to the driver. The NASA-approved heat shields.
And these keep the heat from coming up from the exhaust up into the driver's cockpit area. And when that thing exploded, I guess all these pieces started flying off the exhaust from that fire and that oil.
Yeah, with all those flames, it really melted that stuff and kicked it out.
Now the concern has to move to the other 2 cars for Richard Childress Racing and the 4 cars for DEI, who all have the same engine built by the same group.
I'd be worried about it if I was them, but even all the other guys. This is just this really puts a strain on these engines, this kind of RPM.
Up front, Dale Earnhardt Jr. behind the pace car has led twice for 31 laps. They will be halfway this time by. They will complete 94 of 188 laps, but they're going to complete the halfway on pit road as Junior leads them down for their pit stops under yellow. Dave Burns.
Tony Stewart will take on 4 tires for the first time today in the 20 car. Also wants a little bit of an adjustment as well to tighten the car up just a bit, little bit free, especially in traffic. Mike?
Some debate in the 00 camp as to take 4 tires or 2. The initial concern was if they took 2, this thing could go green the rest of the way and they wouldn't have fresh rubber. Therefore, they're going with 4. Jamie?
And Brian Biggers, the 83 last pit stop, guys. You see him push him off the last pit stop. He put it in reverse. They thought they broke the transmission, but it wasn't so. He rallied all the way to 3rd. Let's go to Allen.
And just right side tires for Dale Earnhardt Jr., who led coming in. I don't believe he's going to lead leaving pit road.
Alan, you're exactly right. He will not. He loses a couple of spots. Michael Waltrip up 1. Casey Kane up 8 positions. Martin Truex up 10 as they are on pit road working caution number 3 on the day. Back with these messages and a word from our ABC station.